7-year-old me being told that the computer monitor is in fact not the computer itself. Sometimes I like to treat myself. 885. Zombie virus when the infected host lies. It's showtime. I would love to know the story behind this, but at least he got his fish. First day of school. Last day of school. Canadian gangsters be taking it too far. Swear words. My parents when they see me using the phone they bought as a gift for me. Me when someone comes into my room and leaves the door open. It's not healthy to eat late. Me at 1 AM. It turns out that the voices in my head are thoughts. When I say the other day, it can be any time between yesterday and my birth. Soon as I get to work I be like, okay 7 hours and 59 minutes left. When 10 pants aren't enough, 11 pants. Pregnancy menopause while men just live their lives. I don't get it. Balls itch. I used to have this mental illness where I thought logical arguments would change someone's mind. Women have hard time finding matching conditioner for their shampoo. Men, Mudvayne determined. 17 in 1 shampoo, toothpaste, conditioner, motor oil, gasoline, diesel, mouthwash, etc. The only shampoo you'll ever need. Good morning. Bad sleep last night. Good morning. Want to come over? No shower necessary. Gonna try and get 40 before I pick up. Yes, I'll be right over. 40 winks. That's ambitious. Winks. OMG winks winks. Jesus Chris. I wanted to visit the dynamite inventor, but his dog had no mail. A cost of living implies that if you can't pay you don't even deserve to live. When I was in primary school the head teacher stood up in assembly and said, who can tell me the hardest word to say? So I put my hand up and said anti-establishmentarianism, and the principal said no, the correct answer is the word sorry, and it was in that moment that I lost my trust in the entire education system. You find a useful YouTube tutorial with an English title. The actual video is in Hindi. I know what I have, no low ballers. $840,000. Me after my mom asks, who's that? What are they doing again? For the 15th time during the movie. I'm the dumbest man alive. People who get defensive when accused are usually lying. You're clearly dumber. Just because I pirate, it doesn't mean I look the other way when someone steals from Walmart. I mean I do, but it's not because I pirate. You can't hurt me. I saw it coming 2 months ago when I was overthinking. Carrying a lunchbox to work is a feminine trait. There's absolutely nothing manly about that. Me on my way to work masculinely. When I was younger I used to read all kinds of challenging books and watch dark complex movies that explored the depths of the human condition. I craved intensity, philosophy, existential crisis, and now I'm just like, goo goo gaga. Give me the comfort show, the low stakes romance, the plot where nothing bad happens. I'm tired. Life is hard enough. I don't want to be emotionally devastated by my free time. Me with zero chill saying good game well played to opponents after my team's absolute domination. 10 more minutes of sleep. Find out how jelly beans are made. Me at 1 AM. Fell asleep watching a documentary on Channel 5, woke up thinking they was interviewing the MF medic from TF2. This is the dislike button. Spotify. Yup, I pressed it because I don't like the ad you gave me. Yup, that means you should stop showing me that specific ad in place for something relevant to me. That makes sense to me. Then do it. Nah. I heard the hardest hitting quote ever today. It said, people like me don't have people. We are the people that people have. This hit like a bullet. The female game characters in the bikinis. The female game characters wearing the armor. When you lose your red hat and now everyone thinks you are on Jeremy. Hit. There's no such thing as men's clothes. All we wear are unisex costumes. DeviantArt MF is looking at your profile after you pay for one commission. I bet he makes great noodles. How it looks, how it actually feels. Nobody. 6-year-old me blowing air out of my mouth to feel like a dragon. Wait, you guys think video is really the future of social media? I thought it was a joke. Girl, I only date 6 feet guys, me with only 2 feet, ants. Me trying to hide the food I'm eating so my kids don't see. When you're on the bus but there's nothing to hold on to so you have to pull this move. How I feel when bro says his favorite female video game character is 2B. I have never seen him play Nier Automata. I do be texting back with a lot of ha ha ha's for someone who's having a ha ha hard time. Me minding my own business while secretly reading every notification popping up on the stranger's screen next to me. 6-year-old me after trying my parents' toothpaste instead of my strawberry Spider-Man toothpaste. Do you accept the challenge? It doesn't work. Why? It works. Why? Every time a clock rings an alarm. Roommate. The one who set the alarm. You hear guests. You hide inside your room. Mom lets the guests in your room. Mom lets the guests in your room. 8 years old me when I had to finish my vegetables for Africa. You can tell a ant's gender by putting it in water. If it sinks, girl ant. If it floats, buoyant. Every Indian shop, grandfather, shopkeeper. I think I have internal bleeding. That's where the blood is supposed to be. Your bill is $60,000. When you already checked your usual 5 apps and don't know what else to do with your day. Top 10 hybrid animals that actually exist. Me giving life-changing advice to someone who just asked for a lighter. Mom, why are you scared? Don't worry Nick, it's all according to God's plan. 1. Create universe. 2. Give Nick childhood trauma with no healthy way to cope until he ruins everything before getting help. When someone says I'm chill, but that's because I'm completely disconnected from reality at all times. My brother just gave me this cake for my birthday. 25 years since mom found you in the bin. When you realize they have taken the multiverse stuff one step too far. Me sitting on the crinkly paper waiting for the doctor. When I'm left alone with another introvert, so now I have to be the extrovert. When the bus driver suddenly pressed the brake. What does a predator see after chasing me for 15 seconds? He'll lie on his own. Aging isn't even 1% as scary as whatever is going on with the people who try not to. Modders, Nintendo's new terms of service. Too depressed to go out, too bored to stay in, not poor enough to get free help, not rich enough to pay for help. How old are you? Me. How do you motivate your students? Wearing the skin of your enemy is wild. How it feels to say some would argue when I'm the some who would argue. Am I a psychopath? No, it's the women I have loved and laddered who are wrong. In art class my son drew this class logo. Should I be worried? Hard to swallow pills. I fell into the cotton candy machine. Make America great again. Help, there are razor blades in this hat. Get that tattoo. Your family is already disappointed. When you have just shared a meme with your spouse who is 5 feet away from you, read it. It'll change your life. I ate like an actual meal today. Not much, but I haven't been able to eat anything without having a mental breakdown for like 2 months. F anorexia. That's great. Good job OP. I'm not paying back my student loans. They need to learn financial responsibility. Who the F lends $50,000 to an 18-year-old with no job? When you train someone for 2 weeks and then they quit. Schools spending thousands of dollars on computers only to watch kids turn them into by shoving pencil lead in them. Pill cartels secretly making pills. The Netflix documentary crew. Me when it's finally phone time in bed after a long day. When Gen Z become parents. Mom, do you love me? I like you as a friend. I just hate that a strong handshake used to be a sign of confidence, but now it's more like, sorry man, I'm going to absolutely demolish your hand in order to assert dominance over this conversation. Normalize calling people back when you see their missed call. Normalize sending a message to say why you were calling. People who like Pepsi. People who like Coke. People who like both. People who like neither. This is why America doesn't have free healthcare. Snickers iced coffee. Twix iced coffee. Bisexuality is just being attracted to all women and for very specific types of men.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.